Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I hope you guys had a great 3-day weekend. I wanted to keep this video short today and give you a little activity to do in case you're feeling bored at home. Some of you have seen that I like to do origami. Origami is the art of folding paper into different shapes and forms. And some of you have seen that, in particular, I like to do paper cranes. You may have seen them at my desk at school, sitting around, little birds. So I want to show you how to make that today so you have a video reference of how to do that, and you can pause it, play it back, watch it 1,000 times, and figure it out for yourself. They're not too difficult, but they require that you be patient, you be careful, and you make sure that you follow the steps. So let's check it out. What I'm starting out with today is a rectangular piece of paper and some scissors. If you have a square piece of paper at home, a perfect square, then that is awesome. You should probably start with that first, but most of us only have rectangular pieces sitting around. Even some printer paper will work really well. So what I'm going to start with is this corner over here. My goal is to bring this corner all the way over here to this edge. Okay, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull it down and over. Okay, down and over. See how the paper is starting to make a triangle here? What I want to do is get this completely lined up. See how there's no extra paper over here and I'm not hanging off over here. It's completely lined up. This might take you a couple tries to figure this out. To get it perfectly lined up. We do want it perfectly lined up or our crane won't turn out right. Once I get that lined up for over here, I'm going to start pressing my fold in all the way up to the tippy top point. Okay? Now, we're left with this kind of rectangle down here. We don't want that rectangle. This is how we're going to get our perfect square. So I'm going to turn my paper with my scissors. I'm going to cut off the rectangular piece. Make sure you leave the triangle alone. All right. This piece, we don't need it. Bye. All right. So now I have my triangle. Whichever way you fold it, whichever way you have it, it's a triangle. All right. So I'm going to take my triangle and I'm going to open it up so that it is a diamond now. Okay, we see that we have this fold line here going up and down, or if your paper is like this, it'll be from side to side. All right, you're going to take the point, one of the points that's on the fold line, okay, and you're going to fold upwards. Fold that upwards and fold. All right, so when you open it, you should now have an X. All right. So, you gotta make sure we just went like this, top, right up there, fold it. And notice again, my edges are together. Nothing is hanging over, nothing is not folded quite there. They match up perfectly, all right? So, when I open this up, and I have my X sitting in front of me, I'm going to take the paper now in a square, and I'm going to take it and fold the bottom to the top. Bottom to the top, match it up, same thing. We always want to match up in origami. We don't want to leave anything hanging over. Origami is about precise folds, right? So now I can see part of that X still here, right? I'm going to turn my paper facing towards me so that now it looks like a triangle is facing towards me, okay? And I'm going to take one of these corners, I'm going to fold it inwards, right on this line. This line is going to allow me to fold this perfectly over exactly where I want it, okay? Fold, see, perfectly lined up down here. Now I still have this side to deal with. What I'm going to need to do now is flip my paper over, okay? Now it looks the same as my other side did. So what am I going to do? The exact same thing. Fold it like this. So your paper should now be a triangle, okay? Now this next part is a little tricky. You might need a parent to help you if you're a little confused by it. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our paper and we're going to tip it up on its points, all right? So I have my paper and I'm holding it by its point. The point is now on my table, okay? And the flat part is now facing me, okay? So I'm gonna let this go just a little bit, still holding it. Do you see the center part right here? It doesn't have to do with these over here. The center part right here, where it goes the whole length of the triangle. I'm gonna take that with my thumb, open it up. I'm gonna kind of stick my thumbs there in the middle, and I'm gonna start to pull those sides outwards until it lays down flat into a diamond. Make sure it's now folded and flat, okay? All right, now make sure your line, your fold line, is going up and down when you do this next part. You're gonna find that when you lift your finger, you have 2 of these side sections. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fold only one of them, just one, okay? So I'm gonna take folds, and I'm gonna bring my point into this fold line that I have there, okay? So I'm gonna do is I'm going to bring it over. Now, not just like this, okay? I don't want that. This is a really common mistake when making this fold. We don't want to just bring the point over. We want to bring it over and up, okay? I want the paper to match the line in the center, okay? Now I'm going to do it again on the other side. Over and up. They should match. Looks kind of like a kite right now. That's the goal we're going for, okay? All right, so it should look like this. I still have these other 2 areas unfolded, not touched yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my paper over. Make sure that it stays exactly like this. Don't turn it over like that, all right? So it was here. I flip it over. Nice and simple, like a pancake, okay? I'm going to do the exact same thing. Corner, fold over and up, okay? Over and up. Both sides, okay? All right, so now both sides should look exactly the same, okay? All right, now these were just folds to help us with the next step. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up one side. Now, do you see these lines right here that we made? What we're gonna do is you're gonna find that part that is down facing you is gonna open up. See it open up right there? It's like a mouth, opens up, okay? I'm gonna open this section up. Now let me tilt it on the side so you can see. You don't need to tilt it on the side, but you see how we got this open section right here? Okay? What you're gonna do is you're going to bring the paper inwards on that fold that you already made on both sides, okay? Now this is definitely easier to do when you have it flat on the table like this, but I want you to be able to see what I'm doing, all right? Here, so see both of the bottom parts are coming in how they were before, and the top parts will too, okay? You gotta kind of push in the center to make them come in. Sometimes you gotta come up here, get these together. See, I'm getting this nice point right there. Now, I have this. It feels a little weird, right? I'm going to take my fingers back here. I'm going to push in and up. All right. Make sure my folds are all together. So now I should have a nice long diamond on one side. I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Flip. Open, bring this upwards. You can stick your hand in there, give yourself a little bit more room. Bringing the bottom sides in, the top sides in on those same folds I already made. Take my fingers from the back, push inwards, and up. Two sides that look exactly the same. Two long diamonds, okay? Now, from here, if I take my side, it will open up into a flat side right here, okay? What I want to do is I want to do that on both sides. I'm going to take this, I'm going to flip my paper over from the corner, pull this over, 2 flat sides. These now look exactly the same on both sides. Kind of like an Egyptian dog almost. All right, now you'll remember this fold from when we did it earlier. I take my corner, bring it inwards and upwards. This one's going to be a little bit trickier now because the paper is getting thicker because we're folding it on itself. But it's the same fold from earlier, inwards and upwards. It matches that middle crease line. And I do it again, inwards and upwards. Sometimes it helps to take your thumb down here and help you assist with the folds. Flip, do the exact same thing on both sides. Inwards and upwards. All right. Now it's super pointy and it's gathered together. Okay, now here's what I need to do. I need to take this, and you're going to notice it's going to come up. I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it up as far as it will go, okay? I can't pull my paper up anymore. If I were, it were going to tear. So I'm not going to take this paper and fold it from here, because look, it still has all this room to go, okay? I want to fold it as far up as it's going to go. Take my paper, flip it over, fold it as far up as it's gonna go, right? That's kind of all 4 points spacing together. Now I'm gonna take my paper. On this corner, it's gonna open up, okay? When it opens up, I'm going to take this point and I'm going to fold it down as far as it's going to go. Far as it's gonna go, okay? Take your paper, flip, take this corner, open it up, this point, fold it as far down as it's gonna go. All right, 2 down, 2 up, okay? Last thing I need to do is I need to take one of these points. I can choose whichever one I want. I'm gonna choose this one just because I feel like it. Take it on its side. Just give it a little baby fold. This is going to be the head of our crane. Little baby fold, just like that. And our very, very last step, with the head facing me and my 2 points down, I'm going to take my hands, the 2 points, bring them out, and pull. Just like this. We have the body, the tail, the head of the crane. And there he is. If you need a little help from your parents today, they bet they would love to help you with this project. I think my older kids, you'll be able to get this no problem. Younger guys, this might be a little tricky for you. And if it is, look up origami online on Google, easy beginner origami, and I bet you there'll be a ton of options that you can do that will be a little bit simpler than this one. I hope you guys have an awesome Monday. See you tomorrow.